Oh boy. Hello guys, thru Jerry speaking. Welcome to this 15th anniversary documentary for today, February 24th, 2022. And I'm taping this on a Saturday before this documentary is released. This is February 19th, 2022 as I'm speaking to this right now. But, the way I see it is to make this documentary more successful, okay? What you're about to see is, the past 15 years of my life doing LJPCBM/Kwelp from the beginning of my life to now. Anyway, this is going to be all about my 15-year journey. Going to be celebrating 15 years of LJPCBM/Kwelp. Last year I said that I plan to do something for celebrating 15 years for you guys and to make it a new name. Well, today I officially want to announce that we got a new name. We told you about it last year, and we officially call you it Life of LJPCBM/Kwelp. So today I'm just want to let you know that we did a lot of interviewing to do, and I'm only going to finish 3 more to finish up. If I don't do it all by, let's say, this release date, then this will happen. Because as I'm taping this right now, this is a documentary we're going to be facing right now. So, sit back, relax, and enjoy this documentary, and this is going to be a beginning of my life. We'll see you in chapter 1 of my story, followed by all up to around 11 chapters in my entire 15-year history of LJPCBM/Kwelp. See you there. Be right there with you. Now, before I begin my story, I just want to say thank you for the past 15 years of LJPCBM/Kwelp. It means a lot to me, it means a lot to anybody, so let's hope for the next 15 years, which is going to be a 30 years of LJPCBM/Kwelp. So, hope you get ready for it and enjoy the best 15 years of LJPCBM/Kwelp in history, and just like it is in the mug which I had 2 years earlier, which is the NewsHour mug. So, here we go. Luke Joseph Jeffers was born June 28, 1995, to Karen Craig and Chris Jeffers.
I just always liked the name Luke. It's always been one of my favorite names. And then your middle name, it was your grandfather's name.
Luke is in the Bible. and your dad's last name and my last name was Jeffers.
From the start, you guys wanted his very first Christmas present. A VHS tape on Boy Live in New York City, Babe the Sheep Pig, and the Rankin Bass version of Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. And that really made him discover VHS tapes for the very first time.
You told me that. Once we did it, we kind of put some of your favorite things on the same tape. And then you told me, yep, we got them all on there. Ones your favorite stuff.
He then discovered he gotta have a peanut allergy, which caused him not to eat peanuts.
Oh, that was scary. Yeah, and to grab you and take you to the hospital because you were having a reaction to it and everything, and find out what the reaction was, and found out it's peanuts. So we made sure I never gave you peanuts again. That's scary.
I was very scared because I am the one that gave you the Reese's when you had the allergic reaction. And so I was very scared.
And that caused him not to become diagnosed with autism ever since he was 18 months old. On his third birthday, he began his career as a technician. Sometimes look at AOL dial-ups, and then other times he play on the computer for a CD-ROM, like Clifford the Big Red Dog game, and of course Babe and Toy Story, and of course and some other CD-ROMs that I played before.
It all began when we had our computer in the bedroom, and you got on it and you became very interested in the computer.
Then in September 2000, when he came back from elementary school, something went nuts.
Good evening, I'm Jim Lara. On the NewsHour tonight, a Kwame Holman update of the Washington struggle for a budget agreement. Excerpts from last night's Gore-Bradley exchange in New Hampshire. A conversation with presidential candidate Pat Buchanan. A Terrence Smith look at what the recalled Bush biography revealed about book publishing. And another scary Halloween essay by Roger Rosenblatt. It all follows our summary of the news this Thursday. A double shot of economic news sent the
It was Jim Lara. Before as better known as one of the founding fathers at the NewsHour on PBS, was one of the very first inspirations to make film and TV content over the years.
Well, that's, if you like, I like the PBS NewsHour too. So yeah, that was your favorite. That's fine. Everybody's got their own favorite NewsHour.
The House today approved the Republican plan for...
Well, I thought it was very interesting that my son would rather watch the NewsHour instead of watching cartoons at 5 years old.
His parents at the time was watching the D News at 6 with Doug Weathers and Joey Chapin, featuring Patrick Pocock and Weather and Mitch Glenn in sports.
All right, so I'm out on this story, and this lady says to me, every night I watch WTOC, and one night she walks in the living room, and her husband's watching something else, and she says, what are you doing? And he said, for one night, couldn't you just watch something other than WTOC? And she said, no. And he said, why? And she said, because every night Doug Weather says good night to me, and some nights you don't.
And at 6:30 p.m., watching CBS Evening News with Dan Rather, while in 2001, when Doug Weathers retired from WTOC, Jim Lara anchored the news desk on his own.
Well, it's about time for him to retire. He's been doing it a long time. He was getting pretty old, so it's time for somebody else to do it, I guess. I know he's been having fun since he retired. I've seen him now and then. I think he golfs a lot and stuff.
Well, I was sad that Doug Weathers retired because he was a great meteorologist, but everybody deserves to retire after years of hard work.
Then in December 2003, his mother offered him to re-record TV for the very first time.
I thought it was very, very neat when you recorded TV. And looking back, I think, gosh, I wished I hadn't shown him how to record TV.
How it wasn't long to know how to press record TV. On Christmas Eve 2003, he recorded our box episode for Christmas and everything. He then asked, she, would you want to do this? Said yes and everything, blah blah. And then she said sure, but please don't press stop ever again.
I thought that was very cool, so that you could watch something later if you did not watch it when it first happened. Alright, your mom and I met. The first time we started communicating was online. Then we decided that we would, after a couple of months of chatting back and forth, that we would meet up, and we met up at, I want to say Alpino's. It's a restaurant right up there on Abercorn. I don't remember the name of it right now. She said that I would recognize her because she would be wearing her tiara, her little princess thing, or crown. Well, she didn't wear that. And we met there, and we had a couple of drinks while we had dinner, and that's where we met. And then I think the next day we came over here. Myself, Taylor, Trey, I think, and then we all went fishing. You, Morgan, Mom, me, and Taylor and Morgan were busy climbing trees, and I think even Ian, your cousin, showed up, and we all hung out at a pond right over there in Georgetown. That was the first meeting of me and her, and me and you and Morgan, and everybody met up.
Then in 2004, when he got his first cable from Comcast, by the way, to record Stars, he first fell in love with Toon Disney instantly. How to pronounce this word? Sorry. And that's why he branched out of Nickelodeon and Cartoon Network, recording with the focus on Toon Disney, right at that very, very point.
You know, I knew that you loved Toon Disney so much that on Fridays when they had the double feature movie show, I'd have to leave work, come home, start the recording, and go back to work so you would have it there when you got home from school.
No problem with that. I love Disney. I've seen just about every Disney movie made up until that point. I love Disney, and the fact that you love Disney, hey, kind of figure like we connected on that one.
I thought it was awesome. Found something that you like.
He first discovered this in 2002 at AOL job from that site called ToonDisney.com. Also in 2004, on his 9th birthday, he invited the Mays family over to celebrate, and by then he discovered his first DVD player. But suddenly my Aunt Caroline was attending the last party with me before I expected death. What happened?
I guess she passed away, but we had a good birthday party, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was a good party. Then we had some pizza. Yeah.
Then Christmas 2005, when he was 10, he switched from cable to DirecTV, thanks to Aunt Len at our own house for a recommendation. However, it wasn't long until the very same day he introduced to an Apple device for the very first time, called iPod Classic. Then May 2006, after taking some pictures of his friends from school at St. Thomas Islands, Georgia, from 5th grade class field trip and so forth, he then discovered a new website called YouTube.
I'm not quite sure what you first saw on YouTube, but you were at a very young age and you immediately loved it.
When I first saw your YouTube, it was probably right after you uploaded your first video. I knew what YouTube was, but when you made your channel, I remember you uploading some of the videos that you had made on the computer before YouTube, like videos that you already had.
I don't know, it might have been, I don't know what the first thing I saw on YouTube was. Mainly now I watch things about how to fix my car and stuff on there.
Well, I thought that was pretty cool that you, as young as you were, knew so much about computers and channels such as YouTube. I thought that was pretty damn neat.
I saw that you had a passion for making videos and you had a outlet that you could turn to post your videos and learn about making videos. You can learn anything on YouTube.
His first videos that he got a chance to watch on YouTube are a smosh lip-syncing the Power Rangers theme song, the Teen Titans episode called The End, Part 3, for the controversial show Teen Titans Go doesn't come until 4 years later, Sesame Street timeline video from 2004, and of course, this controversial scene, SpongeBob Handpans. It wasn't for those videos, LJPCBM Kwelp wasn't here today. Then late May 2006, when he graduated from Georgetown Elementary School, he realized that Robert McNeil and Julie Woodruff were on the news hour at that time frame. His filmmaking career began when he made a poster from Mr. Potato Head for a school project. And that guy inspired him on an idea on how Life with More was created in the first place. Then on this 9th grade 11th birthday, sorry, I typed 9 instead of 11, okay. Whatever. Then on his 11th birthday, when he got his first VHS camcorder from the 1980s.
Yeah, when we got that first camera, you were
11.
11, yeah, 11. We got that first big old VHS camera.
Well, when you first started doing it, we did your storyboards and everything was made of paper, and then we put it in front of your camcorder for you to make videos.
First time I remember you recording something was when I hurt myself on the swing outside and you recorded it and you were running and yelling outside to get help when I hurt my ankle on the tire swing. That was my first time. That's my furthest back memory. I don't know what year that was, but it's a long time ago.
Well, I immediately knew right off the jump that you were all about making films and watching films and creating films because of your interest in not just the content of the film, but the intro before the film and the closing credits. It was phenomenal, man. You knew what the hell you were doing. And that was shortly after I met you. That's what, 17, 18 years ago now.
Yeah, 18.
Yeah.
His first VHS film was a report on pigs come from Babe and Charlotte's Web. It's the Night Free version only, since the 2006 one didn't come out until months later. Some audio cassette tape films, some Home Movie Power Hour movie series, inspired by Jimmy Timmy Power Hour, before he came to Southwest Middle School in the fall of 2006. Then throughout May till October 2006, when Luke began his filmmaking career, things were going out of hand for his personal family. His brother's grandfather, call him Papa by the way, was in hospital from that long illness. He then passed away on October 4th, 2006. He was 81 years old. He then, however, attended the funeral service to say goodbye to his papa. And that is all began with this company.
Hey Luke! Wait Luke, stand over there so you can see us.
On February 24th, 2007, Luke and his mom, Karen Craig Anderson, now Karen Craig Anderson that is, first formed a company called Kwelp, originally known as Luke Jarvis Pictures.
I thought that it was, you put a lot of time in it and it looked really good. I just couldn't understand how you could do something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I thought, wow, my son, he really is a visionary.
I thought it was pretty cool that you put your old name on there, Kwelp. I like your intro with the water spilling and the whatnot that you do on it. I thought that was pretty damn cool. I just was amazed. And like, son, this is some good, this is cool.
The first logo was drawn using construction paper, drawn by Karen herself. The first movies with the company, Life with Maureen Taylor, won 5 Academy Awards Best Movie. And basically about Taylor and Morgan got her in their backs from their own home's tree swing.
I thought it was funny getting to look back and see how tiny me and Morgan were. And you could hear even your voice changing over time because you filmed us more than you filmed yourself at the time. I thought it was cool getting to see those little memories that you forget about.
You had the big video camera, the one with the VHS tape that you closed inside of it. You used to record me and Taylor outside playing, or in the garage playing, or in the house playing. We kind of knew that you were going to make the life of Luke more into.
Well, I don't think we had a name when you first started filming it, but the three of you were goofing off and you recorded Morgan and Taylor playing, and Taylor got hurt, and you developed it into a movie.
You'll get it, just a second.
From the start, he wanted to make some more newer, never before seen content that never made it to YouTube as of yet. But in this documentary you're seeing now, we discover tapes that are now going to be found. Unfortunately, no, because I have not seen. I found Dominic's first movie back in 2017 before it got shut down by BidMe, but some of them were lost. I had to find out where it is in the house somewhere, but we're gonna find it eventually. That's just me.
You showed us movies all the time. I mean, it was cool. You'd come on and pop a movie and she made, that's when you coming in here and actually showing us is how I found out about that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, as soon as you made that, you started carrying that big VHS recorder around with you, and you recorded everything you could see.
Some of the film's TV shows were short-lived, and some were not. However, it wasn't long when in late 2007, Lou Jefferson and his company built his studio nearby downtown Savannah.
Well, Mr. James and Miss Lisa love this family, and they love you. And they would do anything for you, and that's why they built the studio for you.
I think this is awesome. The one on Olugo Road?
Yeah.
This is awesome.
Oh, you talking about where we filmed that dude, that old guy with the Toy Story voice? I thought that was really cool. I like that building. I wish that we would have gotten that guy's voice recorded because he sounded just like somebody that should have been on Toy Story. I thought it was a cool building. I can't believe that they did something like that. I didn't know that was them doing that. That's awesome. But that right now is the first time I knew that she was doing that. I thought that you just found a place, but that's awesome. It was like an old, abandoned looking building. It was like Savannah in a nutshell.
I thought that was pretty cool, that James was able to get that put together. I thought that was really nice of him. Him and Miss Lisa, I thought that was really, really nice of them to let you use their space. I really did.
How it wasn't long when in 2008 he first been moved on to edit content with his computer instead of a VHS camcorder.
I thought, look at what my son has taught himself. That is amazing.
The first time they told me that you took your computer apart and put it back together so that it could burn CDs, my mind was blown. To figure out that you could do edits and stuff like that, you were ahead of the time. So I'm good with technology, and I didn't even know what was going on. So I thought that was really cool. You could take parts and add it and subtract it. It's awesome.
I thought that was very cool. I thought it was very high level.
I thought it was great. You were great at it. You could really do that. You do a great job with it. I was amazed at what a great job you do editing.
Well, you did great work before you were editing with a computer, but after you got that computer and figured out what you were doing on it, dude, that's some really badass stuff you got going on there. When? I don't remember a date and a time, but I've seen your work, and it keeps getting better and better every time I turn around, every time I get to see one of your videos.
From the start, he made a second log of Lou Jerry's pictures using Microsoft Paint. Then that following May, he first edited the slideshow videos from Elsa's Kwelp that unfortunately no longer exists. Then that following Wednesday, he had an idea to make movies at home. And a homework assignment, however, it wasn't long to when that following Wednesday, May 21st, 2008, he first made Science Movie. That following Friday, he made the Video Picture Maker movie, and then that following Sunday, during that Memorial Day weekend, he went to the studio to film God Bless America.
So what do you think? This paper's stupid! Why did you do that?
On July 8th, 2007, he first created a YouTube channel under the name of LukeJ628. At first, he didn't know how to upload until uploading videos from Cruise Ship Studios, the GSN 93, and others. Until a recent subscriber came along. His name is Marshall Brown.
Well, Marshall has been a very, very good friend of yours, and you have a lot of likes and interests, and even though y'all are growing up and your interests change, y'all are still friends.
Well, I'm glad you had a friend that shared your interests that you could turn to. any goal that you're trying to reach, you should have somebody with like-mindedness, trying to achieve the same goals, same interests. Talk to somebody that doesn't like the same things you do, then they're just going to discourage you from doing it. It's a good thing you found somebody to encourage you to keep doing what you like to do. Maybe give you tips, follow you, push you towards the right direction.
I usually come here on Sundays to...
Marshall seems like a pretty well put together guy. He stays busy all the time, and the fact that you and him were able to converse and kind of hook up, I thought that was pretty damn cool. Yeah.
He then first discovered Marshall on a Price is Right video that made him so famous that he couldn't stop watching it over and over and over again. Until one day, he decided to upload it on his YouTube channel so quickly. Then in 2009, that he then subscribed to a channel called Luke J 199, better known as Luke Jaw on YouTube. From the start, he liked his content, until one day he uploaded content in his own Luke J 628 account, from that account, that is. However, it wasn't long from making a huge success from the company, when in July of 2009, some fans working say Dark School Free make a rant on my Say account. Better known as Luke J628 is back.
His username is Luke J0628 is back.
He's been taking other people's videos.
Well, that sucks. You know, I don't like trolls. I think, you know, people just, it's kind of like, well, why you want to be jerks? They just do it to be jerks, period, the end. And I don't like jerks. I don't like people that like being jerks. I've got no use for them whatsoever. I don't give them the second time of day, and I won't think twice about them. I just forget about them, just like that.
I'd find those trolls, and I'd make them pay.
I was like, fuck you, people.
It's okay, a lot of people do. I think Facebook just changed their name to Meta, something like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so people, companies change their name sometimes, that's okay.
Mm-hmm. Since then, he then created the Crazy Bunch username ever since over a week later. In 2009, he first created a username called the Crazy Bunch 1, where he filmed his stepdad catching some fish. The following weekend afterwards, he accidentally closed that YouTube channel by mistake, which he first created the Crazy Bunch 2 hours later. By then, he created some fan-made videos on what he liked to do the best, make films and TV shows.
Well, it was a spinoff from the Brady Bunch, and then we looked at our family, and our family is crazy, so we named it the Crazy Bunch.
The Crazy Bunch, I thought that was pretty cool the way you came up with the name on that. I really did. Kind of fitting. The bunch of crazy. A whole bunch of crazy, so it's a crazy bunch.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
I think that we deserve our own channel on TV, that's how I feel. Because we were funny. I mean, we were funny. Especially at the dinner table. Dinner table days were good. I mean, I remember crying, laughing at the dinner table because we couldn't. That's when it's the best, it's when everything's funny. You say peanut butter and me and Morgan about cry laughing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I just want, like, those times like that.
Oh man, that was a long time ago when you started making the Crazy Bunch videos. I don't remember exactly when I remember it starting.
Crazy Bunch was inspired by the family name, based on the 1969 to 1974 TV series run, The Brady Bunch. His brother Morgan even created the Crazy Bunch's very first logo, and that was his very first Crazy Bunch logo.
I think it's very appropriate. I think it fits us.
I think it's an awesome name.
I think that's a fun name.
I feel like it is a good pronoun for our family. I think like describes us well.
I think it is an accurate name.
Okay, everyone. This is Brandon P22589 here. How you doing? I have a very special guest with me for the very first time.
In August 2010, 2010 that is, excuse me. He first met Remix Plum online on Facebook, and then on YouTube soon afterwards.
Well, it was, oh gosh, back in, when I first joined Facebook. And, in the whole LJPCBM thing, well, it was just a brainchild idea. That's how I remember LJPCBM. But like I said, it's, I know I kind of forget this whole thing, but yeah, I mean, LJPCBM is the granddaddy of all things back in 2007. And you first told me that on a Skype call one time.
Well, he's a very nice young man, and he's been a very good friend to you, and y'all have helped one another through the years in difficult times and in happy times.
I didn't know anything about Plumley Remix until I heard you talking to him on line. On Skype, was that what y'all do?
Skype, yeah.
I hadn't seen him. I didn't know anything about him. He seems like a really nice guy. He's kind of right there in the same ballpark as you. Y'all converse well. Y'all are pretty much on the same wavelength as far as what you think about and what you talk about. I like Plumley, or Remix.
Yeah, well, I don't know. I worry about Remix sometimes. I hope everything's going okay with him.
Remix Plum was not always Remix Plum when I first met him. He went by a different name. But he has always been very nice and very polite.
I think I heard you on a Skype call with him once. And you showed him to us, and I heard y'all talking, and I asked who he was, and you showed him who he was. I think actually you were filming one day, and I saw you get up to go to the bathroom, and I sat down in the chair and started talking. I think that's exactly what happened, and I think Brandon was on there.
Meanwhile, in the spring of 2011, he met a lot of social media people like Billy Moody, Alex Perez, and so many others.
Well, I remember when you and Remix Plum were having such a great time when doing your gameplays with Remix, and just I think I remember when you started your YouTube career as the Crazy Bunch. I started my career in YouTube back in 2009, and I've been part of YouTube for over 10 years now. So I think I discovered it back in 2010 or 2011, and I was one of your subscribers for your original channel, and then your new channel that you currently have today. So ever since then, I think it's been like 9 or 10 years since you and I have both been subscribed to your channel, and we've been friends ever since.
I think I believe around 2019. And I joined the server in 2020 on Christopher Rahman's birthday, your birthday on the same day.
I met you for the first time, I believe, let's see. I think I met you the first time, another good friend of ours, introduced to you, which is our good friend. And I don't know if I can say I can say his. Can I say his name or something?
Yeah.
Our good friend Remix Plum. He introduced me to you, and that's where I first met.
Well, I first met you back in 2017 when I was in a live stream with Owen Nelson, and I have discovered LJPCBM ever since 2018 when I was watching the 200th episode of FWL.
I believe it was because you stopped by one of my Twitch streams, and I believe it's also because of the SpongeBob content. And correct me if I'm wrong, you wanted to follow me on social media and then on my Twitch stream. And
Yeah, I did.
And when I discovered LJPCBM, your series, I believe that's when you promoted it to me.
Mm-hmm.
And I watched, and I do remember watching a premiere of one of your LJPCBM specials back in 2020 during the mandatory stay-at-home order. I don't know about your state, but nevertheless, it was in 2020, and yeah, that's when I first discovered your series, and when you followed me way back in 2018. I honestly don't remember 2018 that you followed me, but I believe you. I really do. It's just that was 3 years ago. I'm just impressed you remembered that. It's just. A lot of people, including yourself, have come by my stream, supporting me very much, and I thank you for that. But when it comes to a lot of people, it gets hard and difficult to remember each individual event, you know?
Well, I think it's amazing that the web allows you to reach out across countries and seas and meet new friends without meeting them in person.
You've met a bunch of friends. I don't really think I've got that many friends. I mean, there are people that follow me, but I don't follow back, I guess. I don't know. But I know you got a gazillion damn people that you're friends with.
You met some nice people and gone and met some of them, right? Like
Mm-hmm.
Billy? Yeah, that's cool.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it seems like you post your videos and people like them, and they want to follow you. I sounded Irish just then. I see you post your videos on the web and people like it.
I'm sure that you've met a lot to them.
However, it wasn't long when January 2011, Luke first formed the Luke Jason's 25 Productions LLC, forming a division of Remix Plum Studios at that time frame.
I think it's amazing on the whole thing.
Well, I think it's a great collaboration with two great minds.
I'm glad y'all set it up. I don't know or remember exactly when, because I mean, I was in the house, but I wasn't like in your room taking down dates and times. But I think it's pretty cool that you guys put that together. Really do.
I think that's good. I'm glad y'all came up with a good idea together. You and him been working on stuff together for a long time. That's cool.
I think it's good that you put a name behind it so you can like sign your watermark on the works that you do. It's more professional. Makes you like put yourself in a mindset like this is a business. And if you like what you do, then you don't ever work. It's nice that you put yourself in that mindset, give yourself a nice name, a professional name.
I thought that it was very smart for you to team up with your good friend like that.
Well, Well, things didn't go very much as I used to, but when I started back on my channels that I have done like in 2014 or something like that, I think I started going back to my regular stuff, doing more, doing just like non-related, random videos and just doing more gameplays, doing my Wednesday show, and which is retired now. So and you, me, and Remix have been a part of our shows that you and I have been doing every Friday. And, hello, everybody. And when I first discovered that Remix was doing his very first episode of Vlog Weekly, I decided to take some time to take part of the show, and we've been having a lot of fun. So ever since 2014, I've been doing a whole lot better with making videos recently, ever since at my old studio and now here.
In the summer of 2011, Luke formed another company called Kwelp. However, it wasn't long when, in late July of 2011, things were going to struggle him with some stressful issues. And that caused him not to do his LJPCBM Club content nor his Luke 25 Productions LLC content.
Well, it's very sad, but I knew it was just a stumbling block and that your creative mind would get back into the swing of things and you would move on.
I think it's, I don't know, frustrating, sad. Makes sense. Well, not very well for as I can tell, but ever since 2011, we've been hanging in there, just keeping you in your thoughts, just keeping happy thoughts, and hopefully the frustration goes away, and hopefully don't have any more YouTube trolls flying around.
Well, I feel bad that you don't feel like the company is going anywhere, because, you know, time will only tell how far the company will go. And it's not over with until it's over with. Meaning that I know you'll keep striving to get this taken care of till the day you die. And I won't be around because, of course, you're going to outlive me. But I think anything, if you believe in it and strive for it, I believe you can accomplish anything you want to.
Well, I knew it'd turn it around. It did. It turned around now. Everything's going great with the company now, right? I knew you'd do it.
Well, if you were stressed or something, I'm glad you got over it. I hope the stress didn't put you back too much. But it seems like you pushed through.
Then, October 2012, he had a case of brain malfunction, which leads him to stop ESPN from happening and cancel football games.
Oh, that's back when you were, you talking about your junior at college?
High school.
Oh, well, I knew that you were not happy. I knew that there were some struggles going on, but I felt bad inside because I could tell you weren't happy.
Well, that's kind of sad, you know.
I just need some time to get your mind right.
Well, I was very scared, and luckily I knew a lot of people in the medical community, and they led me to the right doctors to fix your brain.
Well, I'm like, wow. I never knew that you would. Never knew this would happen. I kind of reacted very speechless, and when very speechless if you ask me, because one thing's for sure, this reaction, I actually kind of didn't like what that person was saying that much, but I'm sure we got it out of the way very easily.
Then December 2012, his friend's remix Plum Billy Moody was planning on making a very, very fakest and stupidest farewell special for him on his everywhere else. How was it long when early January 2013, he came back from Oz?
Well, that's when we went to a very special doctor, and Dr. Negrin fixed your brain malfunction.
I think that's great. Getting better is always great.
Well, I felt definitely a lot better because you were starting to be you. You were coming out of your shell, you were expressing yourself, you were communicating more. Because when you were all clammed up and you weren't talking, I had no idea what was going on, you know, or what I could do to help you. I didn't know. But when you started talking, when you came out of your shell and you started conversing after the brain malfunction, life has been a lot better.
Happy. I mean, can't remember 2013. I mean, that's almost a decade ago. I don't really have that good of a memory. I was, what, 14? 14?
Yeah, you were actually born 1996. You were 17 or something like that. I can't remember. Yeah,
17?
almost. Getting close to be 16.
Or 16? Yeah, I don't know, man. If you were in a bind, I'm always pushing for you to get out of it. So if you were in a bind and I knew about it, then I'm sure I was happy when you were out of it.
Well, it was something you needed to recover from doing those years. Because it's not fun, but you know, I mean, we're recovering from that. I'm sure that was the experience that you've ever faced. Well, I react. Well, my reaction is that you got out of your pain really very well, which I'm proud of you for doing that. And ever since then, we actually start our own Friday show, Fridays Logistics 295, and we've been doing this show for 8 years now, Luke. And what could possibly go wrong? I can't wait for season 9 to start.
Then in the summer of 2013, he graduated from high school, signed by Robert McNeil and Jim Lair after the 40th anniversary of the Watergate hearings. He then discovered that that following July 2013, he went to Arlington, Virginia, Washington, D.C. for the first time ever.
Well, luckily we had connections with the PBS NewsHour, and they knew how much that show meant to you, and Robin and Jim did too, so they sent you a wonderful signed autograph congratulating you for graduating from high school.
Oh boy. Now I'm drawing a blank.
Yeah, you are, like 2013 graduation, yeah.
This is kind of like the whole thing on doing SATs. I have no idea, but this is like a whole SAT kind of thing.
Yeah, you are. Yeah.
But I'm pretty sure. Well, like I said, you're a big fan of NewsHour, so.
Yeah, still. Yeah.
When, I don't exactly know. I don't remember the date. But it was shortly after your graduation, wasn't it?
It was June the 10th they signed it, Robin and Jim.
Okay. Well, I was very happy that your idols had recognized you and congratulated you. I thought that was very good, very gracious of them on their behalf, on your behalf that they were.
I thought that was great that they congratulated you. Got a lot of people congratulate when you graduate. That was a great day.
Well, one first things for sure. I know your graduation was an incredible success. I graduated from high school in 2013, and believe me, I had a lot of thank yous from my friends, my family, my subscribers, even you, Luke. So I had a lot of thank yous for my graduation. I know you had a lot of thank yous yourself.
That was awesome. You graduated. Oh yeah, it's great.
Mm-hmm. It was awesomeness. I was very happy for you when you graduated.
Mm-hmm. Then that following August 2013, he worked as a volunteer at FM Health System.
Well, when you graduated from high school, Morgan and Taylor were still going to high school, and we were still going to work, me and Dad Butt. So I went to the CEO of our hospital, and I told her that you were very sad that we would all be gone, so she agreed to let you come and volunteer at the hospital with me.
When you started working at Effingham, I was very happy for you. You were working at a good job and with Mom.
Then on November 15, 2014, he lost the original LJPCBM Club's cast members. Granddaddy Bays has peacefully passed away at the age of 88.
I had set out that morning because we had all visited him the night before at the nursing home, and we had made plans. That was a Friday. We had made plans to get pizza, beer, and lawn chairs and go back to his room at the nursing facility, set him up and watch the Georgia game that was going to be played that day. And I had left the house early to go to Goodwill in Richmond Hill when I got a phone call. I'm pretty sure it was from Helen, informing me that my dad had passed away at the nursing home. And I felt empty. All the thoughts and plans that I had for that day, gone. I had no idea what I did for the rest of the day. It just were gone. He was gone.
I was sad. I was at work, which was probably a good thing because I was sidetracked. But Dad just sent me a text so nonchalantly, and I think that's what made it not as bad too. It's like, I was just sitting there setting up tables at Bernie's, and then I got a text message from Dad that Granddad passed peacefully in his sleep. Give him a call when I get a chance. Like it was no big deal to him, but I think that's what made it easier.
Well, we were all very, very sad. But Granddaddy Bays had a wonderful life, and we were all very blessed to have had him in our life for as long as we did.
I was very sad when Granddaddy Bays passed away.
How does Main Street look?
Nearly 2 months later, he first aired part 1 of a Trip to Cross special, where he focused on his trip to Warwick Springs, Georgia. Get ready for college.
Well, the college tour for you was, I think, was a massive success. I know you had a wonderful time in college, and believe me, it was you going to college. I think it was not easy as it seemed to be, but you got a whole lot through, and now you're back home. You have a job you're familiar with, and you have a family you take care of, and you have friends to be thankful for.
Well, we were very excited for you to experience something new, go away to college just like so many other young people do. And we were very happy and hopeful that the college experience would be what you wanted.
I thought that was nice. It was a nice place out there. I think you were doing great when you got out there, yeah.
I was very happy that you were broadening your horizons and exploring the idea of going to school.
I was happy for you because I figured you start in college, that it would be something that you could expand your knowledge of computer-related fields. So, because I know that what you wanted to do was computer-related video or movie making, and that this would help you in the right direction. I was happy.
Thought it was, the coolest thing. Hope it made sense to everybody. But yeah, there you go.
It was cool you were thinking about going to college. You had your mind in the right direction.
How was that following day during the tour of Rosebud Warren Springs? College came to an end. Zach Pierce passed away peacefully at the age of 16.
Well, I actually didn't get a chance to meet him in person, but I think we've been doing a lot of fun stuff together. We did Spin for $1 Million together. We did the weekend celebrations together, and when I found out that Zach had passed away, I was sad, and I told my father about what happened, and I know for a fact that probably with that his incredible passing, that some of his YouTube subscribers were all over the news when Zach had passed, and ever since then, Zach would surely be missed by all of us.
He is. Then February 2016, when he went to college, he became really homesick.
Well, me and your dad knew that we tried it, but the best thing for you to do was to come home. So we drove to Warm Springs to pick you up.
Well, I think anybody that goes off to college gets homesick.
I knew it was going to happen. I expected it. Your mama has done a very good job raising you, but you have always had your mama that you could talk to any time of the day. If she was here, you were here, you've got your mom that you could talk to, bounce ideas off of, and I knew that being up the road the way you were, y'all just wouldn't have that communication, and I had a bad feeling that you were going to get homesick, and it did, and we decided, and you decided, that college life was not for you.
Understandable. I mean, people who have a good thing going at home, a good place, a good home, typically you're going to miss it when you're not in that situation anymore.
Bring him home.
Anyway.
That was my first reaction, because I didn't want you to stay there if you didn't want to be there.
That was... that, I remember, that was kind of painful, but I knew that you wanted to be close with your family and whatnot, and being there by yourself is something that I'm sure that this was the bad times and whatnot, and I think that you wanted to be close to your family, so that's what I gotta say about that. But yeah, I do remember that. Oh, wow. Well, I was a little sad when you came home from college sick, but at least you're feeling better.
It was starting to get even more worse by April 2016. Both him and Marshall Brown haven't got along that time frame. By then, he created a crazy Facebook group called the LJPCBM group, where you can post some video content for you to enjoy, and so much more. In September 2016, he created a VidMe account. we met Josh the Celluloader.
Josh the Celluloader. Now, normally I would be wearing a little skeleton mask that only my subscribers would know, or people who checked out my channel. But after
Well,
being told
you seem to really like VidMe, so I was excited for you.
I still don't know what VidMe is. I'm happy for you because I hear you say, hey, I'm on VidMe, and I'm like, okay, well that must be a good thing because you're pretty excited about it. Sounds good. And if you're happy with it, so am I.
Oh, I don't know. That was surprising. Yeah.
When you started posting your videos?
Mm-hmm.
I thought that was because you had that problem with YouTube first. That's why you went to VidMe, right?
Yeah.
I'm glad that VidMe existed, so you could still keep doing what you like to do. Pursue your passion.
Well, I thought it was cool until they closed down and whatnot. But I mean, great content on there. I mean, as long as people liked the video and didn't have to say bad things about it. But that was the whole thing on VidMe, and I do miss VidMe still to this day.
I thought that it was smart for you to keep making progress with your company.
VidMe. Why, I'm not sure heard of VidMe before, but I've seen a lot of your videos recently on Vimeo and in an archive. So I'm not really familiar with VidMe at all. So please just believe me on that.
Meanwhile, while making this documentary, Luke's a cool guy, another YouTube collaborator friend since 2006, has discovered the site by friends.
I first discovered that back in 2017, I believe. This was when YouTube's algorithm was really getting messed up in the year of 2017. So I know VidMe came around to help people get the attention they deserve. And I was a member of VidMe, but I wasn't really active as much as I should have been. But I did upload episodes of Skype Trivia at the time because that's the year when the game show was being made. And I didn't upload my SpongeBob content. I did ask them, due to copyright reasons, they said they would love to have those videos on their platform. They think they're amazing. I didn't do that. I should have when I had the chance, but now it's too late.
Then, February 2017, Tom Kingle discovered that he wanted to work at the Kingle Design for the first time. But it wasn't long when, November 2017, Taylor graduated from the Marine Corps.
Well, I was very proud of Taylor. And I didn't realize that VidMe was closing down so quickly. So had I known that, maybe you would have stayed behind and we could have gone to see Taylor graduate from the Marine Corps, because it was one of the most memorable days of his life.
It made me happy, made me proud. Couldn't be any more proud. Still don't know about VidMe. Don't know what VidMe is. Kind of sounds like Video Me.
VidMe 2014 to the very last days when Taylor marched in the Marine Corps, yeah.
Yeah, well, I was proud that Taylor graduated. I'm proud of what he did. And yeah, I'm just proud.
I was very proud of Taylor when he graduated from the Marine Corps.
First of all, I said, when they said in the interview saying exciting stuff, I think it was an unfair thing for me to do, saying that in the past documentary, stating that I just think it was an unfair thing for me to do. I told him, do I ask them to be part of this Marine Corps graduation ceremony? No, because I said that this might be the worst case in his LGBT history. You know, that's just me. Then on December 1st, 2017, VidMe decided to announce that the site will be shutting down in the next 2 weeks.
You could say I felt not sad or upset, but maybe a little regretful, because again, I should have uploaded my SpongeBob content on there. But also, what would be another good feeling? I guess you could say surprised. I didn't know their shutdown would happen so abruptly. I thought VidMe would happen for a while, something like that. But no, apparently YouTube has beat them, and they have shut down.
Well, I don't do anything on VidMe. I know that you were upset with it, and it makes me sad that that thing called VidMe is going away. You know, I'm not happy about that. But then again, like I said, I don't know that much about VidMe. I've never seen VidMe. I've never done anything with VidMe. But I know that it's upsetting you because it's going away.
Well, I was very, very sad, and I did not realize the implications of VidMe shutting down, meaning you couldn't get a hold of some of your videos, and for that I'm very sorry.
Well, I said, they kind of, I guess, it happens. And most people, you know, you can work through it and get over it. Yeah, they did all right with it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that's okay.
Mm-hmm. Well, it was the same thing that happened at where I'm at. You know, we had this whole thing too. You know, and then we came back, and we came back swinging, and now we're here today with amazing success. And I think this one, it took a while, but it slowly recovered. And for that, you know, for people to enjoy the content. Very first reactions, shocked and in disbelief. Mm-hmm.
The next day, he used a website called BitChute. It was way worse than VidMe.
I know nothing about BitChute.
That one, I don't remember much, but I think it's cool. BitChute. Yeah. I don't know. I kind of totally forgot about BitChute.
How was it long when January 2018, during a snow day commercial, his hard drive stopped working. Started getting the specs from Wisconsin. Then again, it will take forever to fix this. Then they just decided to send him this back.
Well, I can't be mad at anybody because he's not working for me. I don't know, like I said, I don't know anything about computers. I don't know how hard it is to work on a computer to get files from point A to point B or point C or from the cloud. I mean, people keep telling me there's a thing called a cloud up there. The only kind of cloud I see is a rain cloud. You know, I don't do any of that. It has no bearing on me or my feelings.
Well, you know, computers are like everything else, and hard drives and memory, and you know, sometimes you can fix it, sometimes you can't. They're not fail-safe.
They should be trained more, probably, so they can fix whatever's going on.
I was like, what the heck? How can they not fix this one? Or something.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. I think that was just, I don't know, mistimed thing, and that kind of, I don't know, you probably went through the roof and everything about it, but I guess that's that on the whole thing, which should not happen, by the way, but yeah.
Then May 2018, he left Kindle Design to start a job for a car company called Devon Chevrolet. That following fall 2018, featuring Terry Powers, Ashore Bright, and others. However, in August 2018, Jose Perez wanted to ask Joe to fix the hard drives for him. However, in December 2018, he was brought back from the dead as a Vimeo user.
Well, that was a very exciting time for you. You thought Vimeo was going to be the answer to VidMe shutting down. So we got you a subscription and you started putting videos on that.
Well, I know that you're excited about it, and if you're excited about it, I'm happy for you. You got on there and have done good things with it. I'm happy you did. So I'm happy that you're happy that you got it in there, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I thought that was neat, yeah. When did you first get on Vimeo? That hadn't been that long.
2013 or 2014, yeah.
That hadn't been that long, yeah.
I mean, the more platforms, the better, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so it's good. The more platforms you can get out there and put your stuff out, the more out there you are, you're getting your name out.
That was one of the big things. You know, being a content creator on Vimeo, and you know, taking your creative ideas and bringing it over to that platform, you know, and give everybody, you know, content they want to enjoy out of you. And I thought it was a really cool idea for being on Vimeo. Well, Vimeo. Well, I was actually familiar with Vimeo, but the thing you were talking about, did get a chance to see that, but I haven't seen a lot of your other videos on Vimeo too. Like some of your episodes of FWL from the past, and your Blues Clues jokes, your B Company Couch jokes, and everything. But the videos that I've not even talking about, I had not get a chance to see them yet, but I will eventually.
I haven't used that website before. I haven't used this website before.
Well, it kind of depends. Archive is great for archiving things, and VidMe, I think it was the coolest thing for sharing videos until they closed down. But yeah, I mean, archive, you know, for archiving stuff. I mean, it's cool. Probably Internet Archive.
If I would use that website, I would definitely use the archive.
I think that Vimeo has served its purpose and Internet Archive is the way to go, and to take all of your old videos and put them on SSD drives so you have them forever.
Legacy. Right? Archive.
Either one of those two sites.
Either one of them? Okay. It's a trick question. It's both of them. Okay.
On Christmas Day 2018, LJPCBM Kwelp has finally found a new home, and that is Vimeo, where he found his legacy behind Vimeo and so much more. Then, January 2019, he then created weekend celebrations. How wasn't long when in May 2019, his nephews Jack and Drew Lucky created their own YouTube channels respectively.
Is he good?
Then June 2019, the nephews first discovered a fan of Alex Paris named David 3000, now known as David 3000 Network on YouTube.
Yeah. My YouTube channel back then was called David 3000. I just decided to come up with that name, and also later on, and sometime last year, when it began this year, Alex Burgess, me and him came with the idea to change the name to the There Were Thousand Network.
In which Luke is becoming one of the very first admins in that time frame.
They're very good as an admin, and I enjoy, us doing our gameplay special videos and also many other videos that we've done in the past.
However, it wasn't long when July 2019, Travis Morrison first hired him at Sawmores Aqua.
I was very excited that we were hiring you. I'm great that you came aboard and you're part of our team because I like seeing you here. You make me smile, and you do a wonderful job. So I'm glad that you came aboard.
Oh, I was very excited. I enjoy working with you. We have good conversations, and you're a hard worker. I like hanging out with you at work.
I gotta say, I'm very happy that you got the job, and hopefully you have more success on the job.
I thought that was awesome, and working for a car dealership. I mean, getting paid and do the things you want to do, and it's like in a racing game where you can drive an Acura and a racing game like Gran Turismo and that sort of thing, or whatever racing game that has the Acura car and all that stuff. Make them dealership proud. Where you work for. So yeah, it's a huge milestone in your lifetime working at Acura.
Oh wow, I was really happy when you got the job, Luke. And I know that's very important to you.
Well, let me tell you something. I think you did an excellent job being hired from that as the I can't remember what it's called, but I think you did an excellent job.
That's another good question. To be honest, the experience is pretty good.
Well, I was very, very excited because Southern Motors Acura is very family oriented, and they believe in giving folks of all different abilities an opportunity to work in a professional role.
Oh, very happy. It teaches you time frames. It teaches you, or gets you, it gets you used to getting up and getting in the right place at the right time and looking good while you're doing it. You've learned a lot about that, just managing your time. You know what you have to do. You get it taken care of at work. The once or twice that I've spoken with your boss, he's always been happy about your work and you being punctual, being there on time. I'm very happy.
Oh, I thought that was great. Yeah, been doing great there. Proud of you. Then I'm glad to meet your new boss today. I like him. He's nice. Mm-hmm. Everybody's got nothing but good to say about you and your work. You're doing a great job. I knew you would.
I think that's awesome. I mean, get you some job experience and stuff like that. I think that's fantastic. And they seem like they're really nice people too.
I was very happy for you to work at Southern Motors Acura because it took us a while to find you another job. And when you found a job, I was very happy for you.
Then December 2019, he created Elson 2020. Excuse me, misspoke. Anyway, Elson 2020 However, 23 days after it hits New Year's Day, tragedy began to strike LJPCBM Kwelp.
Well, it was amazing how quickly, within a day or two, we became friends. Then we discovered we each had a tiny daughter in the same kindergarten in Bethesda, and that friendship grew so intimately and quickly that it was rather astonishing. It grew to the point where within a year or so, we put it in our wills that if anything happened to either of us, the other would look after the little children. Well, time moved on and we didn't need to observe that. But Jim was just instant friendship, and our backgrounds were so different, but they melded in a very curious way. And I remember very well in his beaten up old Volkswagen driving back from the Watergate hearings every night, and each of us turning to the other and saying, "Can you believe we're getting paid to do this?" Anyway, he was. And as I said earlier, Jim taught me a lot. I grew up in a television background where you kind of loaded up your questions with enough information on foreign affairs as though you were a Secretary of State in waiting. And Jim just said, well, tell me about it, or why doesn't it work, or what does that mean? And wasn't afraid to ask very simple questions. I learned a lot from him.
On January 23rd, 2020, Travis, his former general manager, Scott Downer, and Luke wrap up the day. When meanwhile, David 3000 Network, that is, excuse me, misspoke anyway, wanted Luke to become a contestant on his own version of Pressure Luck. However, when my mom asked him if he wanted to do more projects for the first time after he did a boxing video, the work day of LJPCBM Kwelp became tragic. On that following afternoon, when he read an article on Facebook when it reads, "Remembering Jim Lehrer," during that time frame, his jaws were dropped, the brand new iPad mini was dropped, and his heart was broken. Started thinking about his very first inspirations.
Well, I never really thought, I never really watched his stuff before, but when I saw, you posted that on your Facebook group, that was unfortunate to hear, because back then we were listening to a lot of people, and just to see him pass away, it was unfortunate, and I know he was in for inspirations, and just very sorry to hear that happen.
Maybe while I was watching something or I was busy with work. That's pretty much how I found out about it.
Probably working.
I was actually at home when he passed, or I think I was busy with school when he passed too.
Mm-hmm.
So I was in two different locations, at home and at school.
I believe I was. What year did he die?
2020 of January 23rd.
I think I was at home or at work.
Well, I think I was at work, and I think you called me to let me know the sad news.
It's hard to remember what I've done on that day specifically. I seriously doubt that was not a day of the interview. I seriously doubt that wasn't the day of the interview, because I had an interview with a place called Gold's Gym, but I do not believe it happened that day. It could have. I don't know. I don't remember 100%. Don't quote me on that. But as far as that day alone goes, either I was at home or working at the time. Those are my two best bets. In spite of the job search, I don't think I've done anything job search related that day. I don't believe. Again, don't quote me on that. Either I was at home or working at the time.
Well, I was really busy, so I was here in my area doing some other things recently, and yeah, I was, yeah, I was really shocked when Jim Lehrer passed away back then.
I can't even tell you where I was at yesterday, Luke. I was probably here when I found out, because I'm sure you were the one that told me. But the actual day that he died, I mean, probably working. I have to be honest with you, I was probably at work when he passed.
I was probably here or either at work. I think I was at work because I remember you saying something when I got home that Jim Lehrer died. So I was at work, you know, which is what, you know, I work every dang day, except Saturdays and Sundays.
Well, might have been either at work or at the house, yeah.
I was probably, I think I was at home, I believe, when that happened. But yeah, I'm sad that he's not here with us, but he's in a better place.
Jim Lehrer died that morning from a heart attack. He was 85 years old.
I was very sad when he passed away.
Hello, Alex. Glad to be here.
Glad to have you here as well. So, I understand you're a big polka fan.
Oh, yes. I like collecting all sorts of various things relating
It's just sad to see people passing away.
Yeah.
And to hear that, it's just that we lost a legend.
However, during that time, when the pandemic began, Julie Woodruff said this personal message.
And a personal note, as we say goodnight, this is a challenging time for most all of us. This invisible new virus is frightening and spreading rapidly. We all want to be as prepared as we can be to avoid it if we possibly can, if not to recover and be healthy again, which most of us will. And already there have been overwhelming acts of generosity. But in the meantime, some of us are acting in a way that could end up unintentionally hurting others. Grocery store and pharmacy shelves that normally are piled high with toilet paper, Kleenex, and paper towels are now empty. Several days ago, people started buying all the hand sanitizers and disinfecting wipes they could. It's understandable. We want to keep our families and ourselves safe. But it's also worth remembering that this is a time for the lucky, healthy ones to think of others. Maybe there's an elderly couple who didn't get to the store as early as they wanted. Perhaps someone with a disability or a weakened immune system couldn't get there at all. This is a moment for Americans to show our best qualities. We're going to work our way through this. Let's keep others who may not be as strong and resilient as we are in mind, too. And that's a News Hour for tonight. I'm Judy Woodruff. Please stay safe this weekend. Thank you and good night.
Yep, I just don't know what to do. Yeah, this personal message. And after seeing that, I just feel like creeping out and say, we're going to do what the hell we're going to do. And about June the 1st came, I just came home, I just came back to work and just figured, I just told everybody that I freaked out. And, yeah. I just want to see some experts and see how they feel about the pandemic.
2020, I was at my old job and we were sitting in the parts room and they started, saying it on the radio and on the TV and we were watching it.
On the radio and then on Facebook. I actually found out from the pandemic like in January 2020, I guess.
I think it was on the news.
Well, just earlier back in 2020, it first happened in China.
Well, I was at the hospital and we had a meeting with our new CEO, and she and a couple of doctors and a couple other professionals talked about the pandemic and what impact it may have on us.
Probably February, sometime February 2020, March maybe.
The Joe Rogan podcast was probably the first time I heard about it.
The ongoing pandemic, when I first heard of it until it spread it out in March last year.
Well, you know, it's basically mostly for my family, you know, like, and also, of course, hearing about on the news about the virus. When my parents told me they're not going to school because of the virus, I was just like, I was disappointed, and then later on, you know, I think it was there in the spring, when we found out that I'm not going back to school for the rest of the year. I was disappointed because just being in a lockdown is just really can hit you when, you know, I tried to take that as an advantage last year, but things didn't go as planned, and just, I wasn't myself back then, so just to hear about the pandemic, it's just, like, it was good for me to hear, and with the lockdown stuff, so, and going through virtual school was really difficult. Doing it remote, and it was very difficult for me. Not just because it was inside. I mean, there's a plus side of it, the weather, but that's the only plus. The thing is, I have to be, you know, downstairs doing it instead of in my work because, you know, because of the virus and other situations. So I'm just, you know, sharing news is just, it really hurt us.
Well, I first heard of COVID when it was, sorry for frowning, I'm trying to think here. When it was first reported in like China or something like that, and then it eventually entered the United States, and then it kind of got serious I kind of started to learn more about it in the month of March, and that's when I successfully landed a second job. And then during that time, I guess you could say I was celebrating a little bit. I do remember on one particular day, I was going plane spotting at Reagan National Airport and riding the metro, the subway system we have in Northern Virginia. Was I concerned about said virus? A little bit, but I wasn't too concerned at all, so to speak. Because I was having fun, I held on to the pole of the metro while I was riding, of course. And then later on that week, before I started my first day at my second job, I went to IHOP, and I was well aware of the email that they sent out to all Pancake subscriber members, whichever they call it, MyHop members, that's what they call it, about the concern they have regarding COVID. I was well aware of that, but I went and ate there anyway. It was my first day on the job beforehand, so why not? And I wanted to see an individual person. I apologize my answer is long, but to wrap it up, and then it got serious, and then my second job closed for a good few months. We were on a stay-at-home order, and I took very good advantage of Twitch streaming, and pretty much thanks to the pandemic, 2020 has been my most successful year on Twitch thus far. So, yeah.
You know, when exactly the day, I couldn't tell you. It was in 2019, because it's called COVID-19. I remember a lot of stuff going on and a lot of finger pointing, and people say, you did this, no, you did this. And that's a whole big can of worms, political worms, that I could talk about and it would get my blood pressure up. But we're not going to talk about that. We're just going to say, you know, the rest of the world found out, you know, a news broadcast. And I think that actually before they said it was out there, I had a touch of it. I remember getting really sick, and for about 4 days, I have no idea what I did. I don't even remember them. I spent right there in that bed trying to get well. Didn't know it was COVID, didn't know anything about COVID till about probably a month after it. But I don't get sick. But I did that week. I got sick as a dog.
I was actually at work when all of it happened. Well, when they started wanting to send everybody, I guess, home, I was actually at work when I found out about it. But I can't wait till, you know, all of this is over with and everybody can start wearing masks and being healthy and everybody can get out and being themselves again.
By that time, he became lost again. Started to feel like losing the ability to travel that year. Never got a chance to see Jim Lair again, etc., etc.
We're all lost, you know. I mean, they don't know what to do. What, you know, the businesses were closed. Everything was closed, and we were just all lost. We didn't know what to do. We didn't know when to make it, you know, see each other again in person. And as for our friends and family, we were all lost and didn't know what to do. But we were saying just let doctors and nurses figure this out. Same with the presidents, and just wait to see how things go, and just be patient and try to do our best to do the things that we like to do.
It was hard on him, and this whole pandemic thing has gotten out of control. But yeah, it's just still never ends with this whole pandemic crap. But that's pretty much that.
Just like sad and everything. But I wanted to say that with we had a great time in Gainesville for the Orange and Blue game, Luke. And I'm really, really happy that you decided to come back and take me and be a part of another spring football game. And I can't wait to do it all over again.
Can I be the honest?
Mm-hmm.
I think you survived. I think you survived the pandemic so far.
Well, I felt worried for you. On that difficult time during the pandemic.
Well, I was very scared. I'm very scared when I can't find Luke.
Well, a lot of people have. It's been bad on everybody. But I think finally we're kind of getting to the end of it, looks like. That'd be great.
Reasonably so. It's a global pandemic. I think everyone was lost.
I felt very sad for you and everybody that had to deal with the consequences of the pandemic.
How did I feel? A little bit sometimes concerned about what will happen soon. And prevented me, and when the pandemic hit, I couldn't even go anywhere on my own.
Nobody knew what we were going to do. We were going to try to survive it the best way we can. We did all their little wear a mask, don't get close to anybody, and then they come to find out that a mask doesn't stop it, but you still got to wear one. The best thing to do is stay 6 feet apart. You know, get plenty of rest, take vitamins, and don't get in anybody's face. Keep washing your hands. That's all that, you know, we could do. social distancing, which pretty much has shut down the economy because you can't get close to anybody. You can't go to work because then you're close to somebody. The wearing the mask thing, like I said, that didn't really work. They've had people that have been vaccinated and wear masks, 2 masks, and they still come down with COVID. So it's kind of a thing that's we're all end up gonna have to building our own immunities to in our bodies to actually get over this, because people are still getting sick that have had both shots and a booster shot and a 4th shot. You know, they're still getting sick. You know, it happens. It's going to happen. Some people's systems aren't as strong as everybody else's, and they're weeding out the weak, I guess. It just happens. And I'm hoping that shortly things will get back to a new normal. I mean, we'll be more conscientious of not getting in everybody's space, but it'll come to an end.
And then we'll wrap up. Meanwhile, there was 2 positives while the pandemic happened in 2000. One of them is that Luke and his family had traveled to Florida in 3 different cities. 2 of them in June 2020, and 1 more in October 2020. Now, I said that in the documentary writing script, I said the 3 different cities in Florida. There is 1 more that I went to, and that is South Carolina. That's something I did before when the pandemic happened. And that is something I did in 2020, so there you go. However, in April 2020, he came back to do YouTube work after a long hiatus. Start with LJPCBM, React, and so forth.
That is a very good question, because I remember you putting your said episodes on Vimeo and another place called Internet Archive, correct?
Correct.
Wow. Okay. And I had encouraged you to upload content to your channel because you had well over 1,000 subscribers. YouTube is very well the best place to put out videos, in my opinion. I would say that you could say I felt good and satisfied that you followed through with my suggestion. Because once again, YouTube's a great source to put out videos, get your content out there, and hopefully one day you'll make some money, because I know you're working towards monetization privileges, correct?
Correct.
You already met 1 minimum, 1,000 subscribers. You just got to meet the second minimum, 4,000 viewing hours grand total on your videos overall before you can apply for monetization. There's no guarantees you'll get it, but stay positive, it could go through.
LJPCBM Reacts, I think it's a good fit for your channel. You know, you get to react to wall videos and give your opinions on it. And one of my favorite episodes was the I think it was 500 or 600, where we did that party, you know, after party, and also with the cameos that we did, and similar to Barney cameo. And that's actually one of my favorite episodes, to be honest. And just see half it is success on there. It's very good.
I gotta look into that as well, because I think it's possibly when I've done my own reacts version on my vlog channel.
I usually come here on Sundays to.
Then in November 2020, Marshall Brown asked Luke to be part of the Expedition 94 family.
Well, I would say though, and you know, that YouTube channel, what you told me was lost, but to have that channel back, things just to help, you know, for both me and Marshall, just to see that come back, it's very good. And Application 94 is a good channel, you know, for you to have as game shows, and of course Marshall is doing other stuff, and working together with him was very nice, and just to see that for you to have another channel to LJPCBM. LJPCBM.
LJPCBM slash
It's very
Kwelp.
good.
Yeah.
Yes.
I got
Another chance at the company is very exciting.
I was glad that y'all were back to working together.
Well, I was very excited, and there again, you stay in contact with them, and even though your interests are completely different, you still stay in contact with them, and he allowed you to keep that going.
I wasn't aware of that. Marshall Bourne, yeah, I think.
Marshall Brown, yeah.
Marshall Brown, yeah. I didn't know him yet. I don't know him enough, to be honest.
How did I find out?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I asked her to be my girlfriend.
On March 2021, Morgan left the house to move in his own apartment.
Well, at first I was very sad because I like for my children to be under my roof. But after seeing him be so excited to move into his own place and get all of his own stuff, I was very, very happy.
Oh, I think that's great, yeah. I'm glad to see him getting out on his own. He's doing a great job working and taking care of business. And got a nice place. I love his new place. So proud of him, proud of both of y'all.
Well, I think that was Mo's been working hard for a long time. I mean, way before he moved out, and I knew it was coming because that's what you do. You take on responsibility. You having a job, self-motivating yourself to get up in the morning no matter how bad you feel or how much work you did the day before or how late you stayed up to get that work done, because Mo was working till like 11, 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, and then turning right around and getting up at 5 o'clock and going back to work. That's serious dedication, and I knew it was coming because, like I said, that's what Mo was striving for, to have his own place. And I was happy for him, and he had a really nice looking apartment. I really liked it. He has moved since then into another nice apartment that's a little smaller, but that where he's staying now I like better for the simple fact that he doesn't have as many neighbors, and his neighbors are not noisy, and they're not, you don't have to worry about the police showing up to tell the neighbors to calm down. He's in a nice place now. I'm happy for him.
Man, I think that's great. I mean, he needs his own little place, do what he wants to do, hang out. No, I think that's fantastic.
I was happy that I was moving to a new apartment.
However, it wasn't long when April 2021, Luke Van donated to Lucas the Cool Guy for the first time in history.
First of all, thank you for being a Patreon, a valued Patreon. And second, so I knew in advance you were looking at upgrading your package, subscription benefits package from $11 to $30. I was aware you were planning about that, and then while I was taking my break from work, I did receive an email from Patreon saying that you upgraded to a $30 package. On one hand, it was exciting because it's extra money for me, but on the other hand, I know I have a lot of work to do because I want to give you your money's worth. You, the Patreon, your money's worth.
Then in September 2021, Travis Morrison left Salmore Zacra to focus on his own personal company, Travis Clean Pool Service. He was then replaced by Woodie Reid, a former Honda dealership manager at his own native personal home.
I was really excited. I love Acuras and I love Hondas, so I figured this would be the best time to expand my universe into the Acura world.
Throughout 2021, we wanted to make this documentary you're going to see right now. but it's finally happened. However, over the years, some of Luke's people have been made their own favorite videos of their own time frame.
I would say the life of Luke, Morgan, and Taylor.
That would definitely have to be when your anniversary episode, when you requested that I make a clip for it. I remember sitting in the basement on my Xbox waiting to watch the premiere. I watched the countdown and I watched your premiere all the way through. And my second favorite would have to be when you reacted to my Playdate video after the flight we played. It's one of the many videos I am proud of making. And my cousin Danielle, their mother, she loved the video. I tell you what, oh my gosh. And I'm glad that you reacted to it, and I thank you for following her on Instagram.
I gotta say, I gotta say your behind the scenes stuff, you know, you devote on those, both and also your vlogs, you know, posting your vlogs, your behind the scenes stuff are my favorites.
Oh boy. Now that is a toughie, but well, I think the one I kind of enjoyed. Oh boy, this is a tough one, but probably the Jeff critic. Especially with the whole cool cat and the whole Sid the Science Kid thing, and yeah, we'll get into to dangerous territories. But I'm gonna just say the Jeff critic. But I said, you know, FWL is a flagship show, obviously, you know, but I would have to pick the Jeff critic.
Well, if I had to pick one, it'll have to be Fridays Logistics 295 because I've been the host, I've been the co-host of it.
Well, my favorite has to be Fridays with Luke J 62895.
Well, I really don't have one. I kind of like all of them, so I can't really pick one that I really, really like, so.
Of all the ones you've done?
Yeah.
Wow, that's hard to say. A lot of good ones out there. I like any of them that have Rick and Ricardo pop up in them. That's always fun.
It's that one where you filmed me falling off because it was so funny. I think that's gotta be one of my funniest moments I remember from all of your recording. Just because of all of us freaking out.
The original Life of Luke Moran.
With that, if I were to pick one, I gotta look through them until I. Yeah.
Gosh, I don't even know all of them that you got. I thought the one that you did the night that the Morgan got hurt, when you come in and I was talking about my big round belly, and then I think somebody's hurt, us jumping up and running outside. I think that was, I liked that one. You know, I've seen a couple of the other ones, but I don't remember the names of them. But I've enjoyed all of them. Some of them are crazy as hell. They just, the little excerpts you've put in there, like people just screaming, just, you know, crazy, you know, the crazy bunch. I thought the most of them that were supposed to be funny were funny, and some that you've done that were down to earth and serious. Those movies make you think, and that's what they're supposed to do. I think you've done a good job on all of them.
Now, the 15 years of Elsa's Club history, the company started at lots of projects, over 1,000 of them, getting closer to be millions. How as the people that fans of who trust LJPCBM called back then and now, we asked some of them, who are you, what have you been doing these days?
So, I am working. I'm working full time at one job, whereas Funland is part time Saturdays only. And as you know, I'm still making YouTube videos, particularly SpongeBob recitations. I don't mean to self-promote or anything like that. Are you cool with me self-promoting?
Yes.
Or would you rather I didn't? What's that?
Yes.
You're cool with it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool, thanks. But I won't give any URLs, but I know you're featuring me or anything. So as you know, I'm still making the YouTube videos, especially SpongeBob videos. I still got 4 more of those coming your way. And still Twitch streaming. And one day I want to get back into writing stories on the Storyfire app. I got 2,700 something followers, maybe 2,600 something followers on Storyfire, as well as making audio stories on SoundCloud. You know, like you listen to audio books. Well, the ones I do would be audio stories. I want to get into that one day. But to go back to your question, what am I doing now these days? Working, making YouTube videos, making people like you laugh and entertain and smile, as well as Twitch streaming and hanging out with friends whenever I can. So yeah, and I've also been taking the time to drive a friend, who shall remain nameless, to and from his workplace whenever he needs it. And he, in his point of view, in his eyes, I'm his source of 911 when it comes to driving, so to speak. Like if he needs a ride, he's going to turn to me, kind of as a last resort. And then if I can drive him, great, we'll have a great time. And he does give me gas money. And if he already has a ride, that is just fine. And with said friend, I have been helping him throughout the pandemic, whether it's rides or on the job search, stuff like that. And yeah.
Most times I'm here or I'm at home taking care of my son, or taking my dogs for a walk, or doing housework for the wife.
Okay.
Just a busy guy.
What am I up to these days? Well, right now I am just doing my own things, focusing mostly on my David Dyson Network channel, and of course the episodes that I produce and co-host. Those are mostly the things I've been focusing on. Staying with watch game shows, if it's on Buzzer or TSN, I barely watch that channel anymore, but from time to time I sometimes do, and but mostly Buzzer and other streaming platforms, and of course on YouTube. And also in my spare time, I watch sports. I mostly watch baseball because they have exciting players on there, and also of course my favorite team, the Boston Red Sox, which they were the AL wild card last year, 2021, and also traveling. So my other thing I like to do, and but only when I do travel, and mostly other than that, I just do my own shows, and I watch sports, mostly baseball, sometimes football, and maybe hockey, and that's what I'm up to these days.
Well, still working at Wheel One, and rightfully so. I'm the president right now, and soon to be CEO in the near future, whenever that I get the opportunity. And looking forward to head into the year and our 20th anniversary of Wheel One, which is in 2023. And I get to do something really special, talk about everything there is about Wheel One. And I'm going to be talking about it in this new special. But yeah, that's what I'm doing right now with Wheel One and everything.
You know, I've been busy with work, been walking around the complex like I'm doing right now, and plus I'm going to Atlanta in July, so I'm looking forward towards that. Because I'm actually going to go to Atlanta after we finish up our 8th season of FWL.
Well, I always usually go out to on a nice day, of course.
Well, I was up to doing other content on my YouTube channel, like for example my 3-in-1 video for today, where it was explaining about video production being postponed due to my computer being out of action because of issues with Windows Media Player having a server execution error, and I had to order an external hard drive from Amazon because of that major issue.
I'm still working hard and still cleaning house and spending time with Dad Butt and you and Morgan and Taylor and my friends at work and my friends outside of work.
Working every day.
What am I up to? Just restoring furniture and doing some house remodeling and otherwise being retired.
Just working and sleeping, man. Just changed a new job. My cat, he's really good at coming back to me. And I let him outside. I got a new kitten. And I let him out the back door. His name is Monster, back home to me. Because he made me. And he has a blue collar with a bow tie on it. Just so people don't take him and think that he's some stray man out there. And I just let him out. And I call him like a dog. And he just comes running back like a dog. It's so cute. And he and my actual dog play. It's very adorable. I spend most of my days playing video games. I stream, work, take care of the animals, and cook.
Working my ass off, looking for retirement, and maybe some warmer weather so I can go do some damn fishing. That's about it. Making sure Mama's happy, making sure you're happy, keeping a roof over our heads and some heat going on so we're not freezing our butts off. You know, it's just a thing that I do day to day to day to day. Work, come home, cook dinner, chill out, go to sleep, snore. Get up, go to work, come home, cook dinner, go to sleep, snore. It's the same thing over and over and over. It's all good.
Lately, actually just working, trying to stay healthy, with this pandemic. So that's just pretty much it. Just working and trying to take care of myself and my family, making sure that we beat this COVID.
What I'm up to these days, just doing some Zoom, working out in the mornings, and I'm always an early bird and just usually get up around 3 in the morning.
I believe it all starts with this gentleman right here to my left.
And as for Marshall Brown, on the other hand, it wasn't long until when the months that followed, he was currently the lead singer in the new rock band called Wicked Stone, formerly known as Phaeton, and the band will release an EP and its development date.
That's very exciting news for him. Hopefully, he can have a great career.
Well, I would feel kinda, I don't know, happy.
Well, you know that I love metal and I love rock, so anything new is always good for me to hear.
That'd be very good for him.
First of all, I haven't heard about said band until you just told me. Thanks for telling me. And second, I think he's good. I think it's a good thing that he's doing, that he's trying something else in life. Because once again, he told me he was doing his own little YouTube series thing, but decided to quit that, correct?
He's decided to quit his channel Appalachian 94, correct.
Roger that. I think it's good for him that he tried something new and tried to do something that he would love to do. I don't know this guy 100%. I don't know him, but as long as he, the way I see it, as long as he is doing something that makes him happier than YouTube, so to speak. If YouTube didn't make him happy, but if starting a band makes him happy, them making music and all that, that's all that matters. Do what makes you happy, you know?
Well, I think that's awesome, and I think he's pursuing his dreams, so that's great.
Wow, Marshall Bryan, he's just wow. He is just really unstoppable, and I know he's really kicking butt right now. So, congratulations on your new band, Marshall. Keep up the good work, buddy.
I think it's awesome. Keep doing what you're doing. Continue to keep that music legacy happen. Especially hashtag restricted area for the win. One of my favorite songs ever. But yeah, it's awesome. Keep doing what you're doing, and keep creating and walk out and make everybody proud in your home state. Make everybody proud, and that's what you gotta do.
If I ever see this, if I ever see it, I will definitely enjoy it. If I see it, I will enjoy it.
From him, he can make it big because he's actually in a band.
I'm not kind of familiar with the music. I've probably heard like maybe one or two songs, but I think that I'd be okay with that if they decide to get their own band. That'd be cool.
I haven't heard any of their work. I've heard some earlier Marshall Brown on a guitar and some singing, but I haven't heard any of this new group music. And until I do that, I can't really form an opinion.
He changed the name of his band?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, that's good. A lot of bands change names, yeah, like companies. They'll start out as one thing, then change to something else. That's cool.
So to celebrate this anniversary of the company, as we released this documentary, what is the one word to describe LJPCBM?
Exciting.
Well, imaginative and the creative minds, and what it really means to take the company to the next level and providing entertainment that everybody's gonna enjoy, and and make it successful and give everybody what they want. So that's how I see things with LJPCBM/Kwelp.
Oh, let me just say, inspiring and incredible. No doubt about it.
I wish this would be awesome.
Well, I think I have to say, I don't know, I guess awesome.
Success.
Creative.
Successful.
Creative.
Consistent.
Awesome.
Incredible, because I watched a couple of your reaction episodes. What I really like that you do is that you make it as if I'm watching a VHS tape. It has a really good feeling to it. You add in credits, you put in logos, stuff like that. It really gives me a kind of a nostalgic feeling that I'm watching a VHS tape when I was a kid. I'm really impressed with how you do the editing for all of those. Well, specifically the reacts. I haven't watched Kwelp, to be honest with you, but I have seen a couple of reaction episodes, like I have said, and you do it super impressively well. Just like everything, there could be improvements when you do the reaction videos, but I'm not saying that's bad. I'm saying your reaction videos are good.
and to honor its anniversary in 2022, are there any final thoughts to close it off?
Well, just want to say on behalf of, We're One, we want to officially congratulate this company on the 15th anniversary. You know, you had a long ways to go to reach this milestone, just like me at We're One when we celebrated 15 years back in 2018, and we dominated that year, and I will never forget it in my lifetime. And hopefully continue to grow and, make new content for everybody, and, the new logo and everything, and maybe one day we'll get to see the whole puppet thing, come to life and everything. But yeah, this is, 15 years is going to be something magical, and I'm sure everybody is going to be seeing a lot of great things for years to come, especially when you reach another milestone, which is 20, just like me at We're One for 2023. But in the meantime, yeah, we want to say congrats on your 15th anniversary, and continue on with the legacy of LJPCBM/Kwelp.
Well, any final thoughts? I just want to say, let's go for another 15 years, and let's make it the best 15 additional years we could hope for. Let's make it a 30, guys. Let's make it a 30.
As a final note, I would like to say, Luke, just keep doing what you're doing. Keep on making the videos and live streams, and I especially like the fact that you are super consistent. In other words, you upload a whole bunch of videos almost every day. Well, you upload a whole bunch, and then you set them to premiere on certain days, like Wednesdays. I know you do that. The reactions to your lunch times and all that. You are super consistent. You deserve more attention than what you're getting today. Because the way I see it, you have like 1,000 subscribers, but only a small, tiny amount watches your videos. You deserve more than what you're getting today. And you also very well deserve monetization too, monetization privileges. Make money off your videos. And as long as you keep working hard, at the 4,000 hour minimum, you could get there one day. Again, there's no guarantees you'll get monetization. Chances are good. Chances are good. One tip I would have for you, if you're going for monetization, go for it, but be careful when it comes to using other content, other copyrighted content, because if you continue to do that and you apply for monetization, they will reject you. I've seen stuff like that on Twitter. But on the other hand, just keep doing what you're doing. You'll get there one day. You'll get big. Because really, there will come a day where big YouTubers, bigger than us, rather, are going to leave YouTube. And then the next chapter is going to be us small creators. And then we're going to be taking over as big YouTubers. Because not everyone's journey on YouTube is not forever. But it is something fun to do and to make an impact on people you don't even know.
No, just happy and blessed to meet you and hang out with you here and work with you, and we have a good time.
Well, don't forget to check out my YouTube channel, Daryl Dallas Network, Daryl Dallas hang out weekly, and on other games such as Respect the Million, Press the Password, and many other videos, vlog videos, gameplay videos like iMovie So 21, and also of course with games as well, remix games, and just more vlog videos coming in. Oh, and also you can follow me on Twitch as well at DevGamer2000, and which I stream there every week, doing some gaming streams, rowdy streams, and maybe even some angel streams. And of course I also do Davis Den, which is a show I do where I do segments and I do many other stuff. So and also you can check out my Etsy store as well. Of course by DMS with behind the scenes content show there, and also comments and games of games. So that's all about me, and don't forget to follow me on social media, YouTube, Twitch, and many others for more content.
Yeah. just one. My final thoughts are, interview, let me tell you, the interview was an awesome one, to be honest. And, yeah, that's all. That's my only thought.
Well, congratulations to you, Luke, on 15 years of your your videoing, and I'm very proud of you for everything that you've accomplished, and looking forward to the next 15 years of your filmmaking, and I love you.
No, thank you for doing the interview. I appreciate it. Make me feel like I'm somebody that's important. Ooh. I'm not important. I'm just a guy here trying to make life easier. Hoping I'm being a pretty good dad. That's all.
Nothing. Just again, I'm proud of you and everything you're doing. You're doing great. Your brother's doing great, and everybody is, all the kids, all y'all, you and Morgan, and Lucy and Mandy, and I'm glad everybody's doing great. And I want everybody to keep doing good and stay healthy and have a great life.
Just congratulations on doing it for this long, sticking to it, being dedicated. It's cool to see where you started and where you're at. And, keep doing what you're doing. Keep pushing on. Don't stop. Take it.
I just want to say congratulations on all your hard work. And please keep up the good work, buddy. It's always good to see you chasing your dream.
So, yeah, I'm really glad to be a part of the Crazy Bunch and LJPCBM and Kwelp since for about over a year. Since on the same year I joined the server. And I want you guys to subscribe to him and to me and to all the people a part of the bunch.
That I am very, proud of you with your YouTube channels and everything, and your interviews. You do a great job. And like I said, I'm very happy that you came aboard here to Southern Motors. And I hope that you continue working with us and continue with your videos. And I appreciate you.
What a it's given 4 or 5 months of making this documentary. It's been a whole year of making a documentary. I don't know what to begin with. Today marks the anniversary eve of LJPCBM, and it's already 10:36 p.m. where I'm taping this from. And oh my god, I'm ready to get ready to go to bed right now. And believe me, I'm starting to like mixing music, and I'm ready to go to bed and wrap things up. So yeah, I just feel like saying this is gonna get big enough to finish up this documentary and all. So yeah, it's gonna be a huge documentary, and looking forward to you guys to watch that documentary. So yeah, and that will up to this 15th anniversary of LJPCBM. Hope you enjoy it. Stay tuned for the next one. Fortunately, I have to make an announcement for that. Okay. After 15 years of hard work of making documentaries, making huge 15 years anniversary documentaries, I had to put the documentary anniversary documentaries into the 5-year timings, because if you saw my past documentary videos, you have seen that 5 times, just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all that good stuff. But after 15 years, oh boy, we're going to end it all. But we're going to multiply it by 5, and that is 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and all that good stuff. So that's gonna do it for this documentary. So I hope you enjoyed this documentary. Stay tuned for the next one, which will be celebrating its 20 years. So yeah, just want to let you know about that. Till next time, this is Joseph. Bye, peace out, baby. We're going to do more something for the past 5 more years for this Kwelp, and let's make it 15 more years about this Kwelp, everybody. Till then, the Jefferson out. See ya.